Full disclosure, I'm actually pretty stressed about this video because what I'm doing is something that I usually don't do. I'm going to be doing a live gameplay commentary of this video. So what we're doing is we're starting off in the console Rust Village, and we're going to be going for a little bit of a run. We're going to try and pick up a green key card, a blue key card, and then run launch. At the end of all that, we'll have some good resources that we can hopefully bring back to this fine village. There's a really high likelihood that I actually die here, so let's just see how this goes. There's some people talking behind me. I'm going to try and avoid them. Not because I don't like talking to people in the village, but because I'm talking to all of you now, and listening to me talk on a microphone is what you're here to do, but you're not here to listen to me talk in that sort of way. So let's get going. For those of you wondering what I'm equipped with, I've got a hazmat suit, an SMG, a few bullets, and that's about it, along with some health tools and stuff like that. Nothing crazy. Honestly, the game's been out, the wipe has been going on for a little over a week, which means I should have a bit more than this, but let's be honest, this is Serial Overdrive we're talking about here. I'm not known for being the fastest when it comes to getting into a wipe, so yeah, that's where we stand. Hopefully we're going to be able to get some good stuff on this run. I do want to say, like, this could end in disaster. I don't really have I don't have many SMGs. So if you're wondering, am I recording this multiple times? The answer is going to be no. I'm recording this once, and if it works out, it works out. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. Right now, there's about 30 people on the server, so tensions are a bit high on my end. This isn't like I can't recover from this. That's not the case. It's just I've been stressed lately because I haven't had any really good videos to make following the Call of Duty videos, or at least any really good Rust videos. And the problem with that is, as I make less Rust videos, more Call of Duty videos, the YouTube algorithm starts to change my channel's viewership. Even if you like my Rust videos, even if you watch all of them, there's a very good chance that, like, some people are just not being shown them because they've been shown one or two Call of Duty videos, and the algorithm just assumes that people don't want to see anything from me. You know, it's hard. It used to be back in the day you could switch videos or switch games all the time. Now, when you do it, if you do it wrong, you start to see a pretty major hit to your channel, and I'm seeing that right now. So I'm like, oh, I need to get some more Rust content out. I don't want it to be lackadaisy content, but at the same time, I don't really have anything else to teach anybody, right? Like, I could do base designs and all of that, but there's better base designs out there. Every now and then I'll do one, but it's hard to come up with unique stuff that I think is worth watching. A lot of people have said they like watching me just stream, sort of a stream of consciousness type thing, something that you can turn on in the background while you play the game. So hopefully this does the trick, but let's see how it goes. So I could go for Dome. There's some stuff over there, but what I'm going to do instead, go to the abandoned supermarket. Then I'm going to try and go back to sewer. If I can get that, I might be able to go train yard and then launch. I think that's going to be the run that I'm going to do, but let's see what we can chain together here. Also, if we get some really good loot, I completely want to reserve the right to just backtrack, head back to the base, and call it a good run. So yeah, you guys are coming out with me on a run. Let's see how it goes. The tensions are somewhat high here, not only because I want to make an entertaining video, but because I don't want to die like 2 seconds into the video. If this video is 3 minutes long, you know it was a failure. Hopefully it's not 3 minutes long, but I think I'm just going to post whatever I get, because one of the things I don't want to do is, like, there's people that have contacted me and they've been like, Serial, you're so good. What are your tips? And my tips when it comes to being good at Rust are just edit your videos properly. I'm not that good at this game. A lot of you know that, but a lot of people, they just watch like the highlights or whatever and they think I'm good at the game. And the truth is, no. Like, I edit things together, and if there's a really embarrassing kill, I probably won't include it. So you're not seeing my worst moments. You're definitely seeing the best. If I get a really good moment, I'm definitely including that if the audio or the game or whatever didn't crash. So you're seeing the best moments, but you're not seeing the worst moments, which leads to a very skewed impression of how good I am at the game. All right, there we go. Right off the drop, we're getting our green key card. Do I hear someone? No. Green key card, we're good. Let's jump up top and see if we can get something here. Notice that nice little jump that I do. Ooh, a hazy suit. All right, that's pretty good. I need some servos, so that's what I really need. So let's drop that. I think what we're going to have to do is run the road. Yeah, let's run the road. Let's see if we can't get something from there. Because that would be awesome if I could get a, not servo, Yeah. Oh, what a... I always blank on the name. This is like classic Serial Overdrive here. It's not Servo. I keep wanting to say Servo. You know what I'm talking about. But if I can get that thing that I need to run a monument that is not a green key card, that would be amazing, because then we can just get right over to sewer and get a nice easy bing bang boom. Get a nice easy blue key card and go from there. Getting some decent loot. Also, the nice thing about doing sewer is that's going to give me the opportunity to go ahead and recycle everything that I've looted so far, which would be really nice. Like I said, 30 people online, so there's a good chance I run some of these monuments and there's just nothing there, which would really suck, because we're trying to just go monument to monument. We're trying to string them together here and get a nice set of plays. Also, if I kill someone, I'm completely running back with that loot. I know we're near village. This is one of the things that people have always commented on. They say, like, I shouldn't be killing people near the village, or I'll kill someone that's, like, in the village that I've talked to, that we're friendly with. So for those of you guys who don't know, like, there's a Serial Overdrive village. You can check out my Discord server. There's a link down below in the description. If you're in the village, everything in the village is peaceful. There's supposed to be, well, we're trying to keep it so there's no PvP among people living there, no raiding, and basically your gear is a lot safer than it would be anywhere else on the map. So far, it's actually worked out fairly decently. We've had some enemies. We've had some attacks from people like that base over there. But overall, like, it's a fairly solid idea, which I really like. The problem is a lot of people want it to be the villagers don't attack each other no matter where they go. There's two reasons I don't like that, okay? One reason is selfish and one reason isn't as selfish. So the selfish reason would be, I like the fact that I can PvP out here with whoever I see, because that means I can still get kill clips. If I didn't do this, what would happen is I'd never be able to get any kill clips because there's so many villagers around here. I'm going to go ahead and craft a bow just so I can use this compound bow in case I need to. But basically what would happen is, because there's so many villagers out here, I'd never be able to kill anybody. And if I can never kill anybody, I can't get kill clips. And then I'd have to go play on a different server, and it would just be a whole mess. Plus, when you've got a village that's filled with, I think at this point, like, we have about 30 to 50 active players, depending on if it's a weekday or weekend. There's going to be a lot of people shooting each other. You can't all be on the same team. And one, we don't want to be this huge, massive Zerg that runs around and just owns everybody, because the problem with that then is you're killing the server. It's no fun for anybody who doesn't want to join the village. I don't want this to be some sort of like join up or die type of thing. Ooh, we got some C4 too. So I don't want this to be like a, not C4, satchel charge. I don't want this to be like a join up or die type of thing, but I do want people to be able to join, have a fun time, and not feel as worried about anything. So my idea, my sort of middle ground between all of this was just, if you're in the village, you're safe. If you're out of the village, there's no guarantees. If you want to attack each other, it's okay. Selfish because I can still get content, and not as selfish because the hope is that it doesn't completely destroy the server. Also, as you can see, there's some fairly big clans that are built up around us. So there might be a little bit more teaming that's going to have to go on later into the wipe as these clans start to attack us. And I think that's completely acceptable. Teaming up, becoming a bit more of a Zerg so you can raid a one-off enemy that is also a Zerg, I think that's okay. I just don't want 8 people or 9 people or 20 people or however many people, 69 people, running around killing solos, because that's no fun for anyone, in my opinion. And, you know, even if you're a player on their own that really does enjoy that sort of content, it's just really bad for a server. It's really bad for the player base, and that's not something that I want to encourage. So allowing people to attack each other, that sort of prevents some of the Zerg-like activities. Also, if I do kill someone, I'll probably give them their gear back or pick them up or whatever, just because I do feel bad about it. I don't want there to be any ill will, right? I'm actually gonna go ahead and, no, I don't like that. I was gonna put on the silencer, but then I thought about it, and I'm like, I don't want to take that damage reduction there. Still looking for what I'm gonna be calling a servo. We still haven't found it, which is a little annoying. I think there's also, okay, there's a package up there on Dome. I'm not gonna run that because I'm thinking there's gonna be someone up there and they're gonna kill me, and that'll be the end of the run. And actually, we're like decently stacked right here. We've got like C4, we've got spare Hazy suits. This is solid enough that if this was a normal run, I'd probably call it. If I want this to be exciting, I want the stakes to be high, so we're going for it. Also, if I go back, I could easily just grab a... I could grab what I need, but that's not in the spirit of the video, so I'm not going to do it. I'm going to hold off. I'm going to be brave. I'm trying not to aggro these guys because if they attack me, I'm in trouble. Not because I can't attack them, like take them, but because I'm worried that if I do take them, make some noise, someone's going to come out and decide to go PvP me. All right, so you know what? If this doesn't work, do we have a satellite dish anywhere? No. We've got a harbor, but that's way, way off, isn't it? I think we're just going to have to run boxes until we find it, and then we'll have to go back. I'm not seeing anyone. So one of the things is I said there's 30 people online, but a lot of those are going to be villagers just hanging out in the village talking. There were probably like 5 people talking right before I started the video, maybe even more. So they're probably gathering a nice little group up there and having a chit chat, which is really good for me and really bad for me. There's a good chance that when they get done with the chit chat, some of those people are going to go down to sewer, but it's also really good because it means that right now they're all preoccupied. So we've got a lot of bow and arrows, but I don't think we're going to actually use those. Man, I really need to find this here. Like we're finding good stuff. It's not that we're not finding good stuff. It's that we're not finding the stuff that we need. And the farther I have to roam, the more dangerous it gets. We've been running around the road for too long. I'm tempted just to call it and head back. Because we're getting to the point where we're going to have a full inventory just from running road. Thought I saw someone. Maybe not. The other thing too is when I'm talking, I can't pay attention as much to like the surroundings. So I'm trying to be alert and talk at the same time, which is a lot more difficult than you'd think. I can do it with MMOs and stuff like that where you don't need to be like super on point, but with a game like this, it can be very, very difficult. Let's drop that. I think we're going to need to run back. I'm just not seeing it. Maybe we run outposts instead, I guess. Because, yeah, I'm not seeing what I need here. And that is annoying. There is that jump puzzle that I could do at sewer. Oh. We got 2 guys there. Oh. Yeah, I'm going to back off. So we had 2 guys running there. Thing is, I didn't think I could shoot him. Oh, we got bandit camp right up there, don't we? Let's go bandit. All right, there we go. I didn't realize we were that close to it. So we can go ahead and get some recycling done there. But yeah, I saw those 2 guys there and I was like, oh, I want him. At first, I just saw one and I was thinking maybe I could try and compound him or do something like that. An SMG is not a long-range gun. You've got to, going into any fight, you've got to, like, figure out if you've got the jump on the person. If they see you, it's a little bit of a different play. You've just got to get the best positioning you can and make a go at it. If they don't see you, you've got to decide if that's someone you want to engage with. And in this case, I didn't think it was an engagement I could win because my gun wasn't long range. With a compound bow, if I got the right angle on them, I think that would definitely be something that was winnable. But looking at it, I didn't think I could get the angle. And I think I saw a second guy there, which 2 versus 1 would be a very hard fight to win unless I got a really good shot with that compound bow. So we're going to go ahead and recycle a few things. Not too much, because a lot of this gear I do need. But we can give a lot of this stuff away. Like this stuff that I don't really need. By give it away, I mean recycle it. So I think these pipes I could do too, but I just don't. I might do some of the pipes because I've got a big pipe collection at home. You know, pipes, and there's a really good stoner joke in there somewhere. But no, I've got enough. I don't need any more, so I'm just going to get the scrap, get the materials from it, and call it a day there. All this stuff I do need, like an SMG body, gears, a spring, a silencer. That's all really good stuff for me to have. Road signs I could use too, so I don't see any point in recycling any of that stuff, but a lot of the other stuff I don't need. Okay, there we go. All right. Well, now we've got some stuff. Let's plan out a route. So we could head back here. We could head to Train Yard. Is there another harbor here? So there is a harbor way up here. The only two places I think you can get that blue key card would be harbor and sewer. Maybe I run harbor. But again, I guess the issue isn't that I need to run the monument. It's that I can't find everything that I need. So let's head back to the base. We're not too far into this video, but at the same time, I'm not going to push this run out longer than it should be just because of that. I think at this point we've had sort of a successful-ish recycling run. And, I mean, what am I supposed to do with this, right? Like, if you can't find what you need, you can't find what you need. But let's see. Maybe on the way back we'll get it. Or maybe on the way back we'll get killed and that'll be the video. You never know. Getting killed on the way back to your base is so much worse. You wouldn't think it's that big of a deal because it's just like, well, who cares? Like, you're still, like, you know, you're not home safe yet. But at the same time, you have this feeling of like, I was done. I'd gotten everything I needed. But that's one of the things that makes Rust feel so intense. When you get into these situations and you're like, all I need to do is get back home, and then you don't quite make it. So let's see if we can make it back, I guess. Or let's see if we can find what we need, and then we'll run sewer. I keep wanting to say servo. I'm completely blanking on what the name of it is. Electric, I want to say, no. Switch, socket. Oh, I know everybody that's listening to this is probably like screaming at this point. They're just like, it's this. And for some reason, I'm having a complete break from my usual mental capacities. Not that they're that good, but usually I'd be able to at least come up with this. Still trying to think of it. I know it's like in a breaker, you throw it. Switch? No. Socket? No. I've got one back at the base. I'm gonna see this. I'm gonna be like, oh my god, how did I not know this? But obviously, I do not know this at this point in time. I'm gonna be completely honest and admit that we're not editing this out of the video. There's no BS here. This is a Serial Overdrive video. The one thing I try not to do is come across as false, because I don't think that's good. Well, not. Of course, I don't try and come across as false. That would be bad. The one thing I try to do is not lie too much, right? Like, I'll tweak little things. I'll try and make myself seem good, but I'm not gonna go nuts with it. I'm not gonna go edit everything out and try and give you guys a really false impression of reality. Just a slightly false impression of reality. That's what I'm going for. Look at that big base over there. Oh, those guys are big. It's not a good sign. There's a lot of clans around, and that is not. It's not good for the village. Clans tend to like to take on other clans, and it turns out when you've got a village of like 30, 40 people, it's somewhat enticing target, even if it's a lot of 2x1s and smaller bases. But a lot of those bases at this point actually are pretty large. Not like this, but pretty large. So I could see it being a pretty good target for them. I really hope these guys are friendly with us, because if they're not, I think we're going to get smoked. There's so many walls, so many bases there. It's a lot of upkeep, so it's either a few guys that are really hardworking, or it is a major clan that has a lot of people that are probably very well coordinated into PvP. So I'm going to drop this here. It's good to have a wall just to protect ourselves if we do need it. I'm hoping we won't, but better have it and not need it than need it and not have it. And I know a lot of you listening to that are probably like, why didn't you bring the wall with you? It's because I don't have the resources to craft the wall. Gotcha. Got him. No, I don't know. Let's head back. I'm getting nuts. Not in the good way. So let's see what we got here. Hoping. I don't think they respawned, did they? Nope. Yeah, I mean, we gave it a go. So we can, I think with pride, we can head back to the base and get materials from there, and it won't be too cheaty. So let's do that. That's going to save us a little bit of time and make sure that this video keeps going. Also, I can drop off some of this stuff because at this point we have a pretty full inventory. Also, I'm going to be showing you guys where my base is on the village. Feel free to, well, please don't rate it, but door codes, quite a few people have the door codes at this point, so there's quite a few people going in and out. Just, yeah, you know, be respectful of it. Don't door camp it. You're probably not going to kill me even if you're trying. But yeah, best behavior is always appreciated. So yeah, the way the village works, in my opinion, is this bridge is a safe zone. So some people, this is one of the things that, like, I've gotten into some fights right around here with people. Usually it's like a continuation of a fight, right? Like I'm chasing them in. They sort of get to the bridge, but then they'll turn around and try and fight me. And at that point, I'm like, I think we're still cool to engage. I think. I always give the loot back because that is questionable in my opinion, but I don't know. I feel like this is sort of like Vietnam, right? Like there's this line in the sand, and that line would be the first plank of the bridge. Second you hit that plank, it's no PvP. It's PvE only at this point, unless you're attacked. I mean, if you're attacked, you got to defend yourself, right? But PvE only on these two islands. That said, if you're not quite on that bridge yet, you're still fair game. So there's a few people that have gotten some pretty decent kills on, like right before they step onto the bridge. Most of the time they're turning around to fight me, they're shooting me, we're sort of engaging. So I don't feel like it's that scummy because I think they're interested in it too. And sometimes, like, you know, I think it's fair that like half the time I'm the one dying, half the time they're the one that's dying. And usually when I die, my loot gets taken. Usually if they die, I sort of grab the loot and then go find them and give it back. So I do have streamer mode on, which is why you see these like weird names. But I can still see like who's who. I try to remember the names. It's a little bit harder though because I can't connect Discord names to player character model names, but you get used to it. You get used to the handicap, I guess. So you can see this village actually does have some pretty legitimate bases here. Like a lot of actually, I said it's a lot of small bases, but there's a good number of bases that I would not consider small, if we're being honest. My little 2x1, I think that's a small base, but what some of these people have built is not a small base. And these walls are definitely not small. Not by any means of the imagination. Let's grab some of these. Yeah, you can see like this is I don't know. I mean, I could see a clan wanting to take this on. I'm hoping they won't, but I could see them doing it. Because this is a rather enticing target. Like, if I was, you know, if I was a group of 50 virgins with nothing to do on a Friday night, I could see it. And then back here, you've got all the small bases along with my little base. Showing you where my base is. I'm trusting every single person watching this video not to do anything with it. That information. Plus, I mean, there's all these people around, so yeah. Oh, I know they're talking, but I can't hear them. drop some of this off. Drop this off. And what do we have here? Electric fuse. Fuse. That would be the name. It's weird because you'd think that the mic would show, but it's not. I know they're saying something. I just can't hear them. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to look bad. Hopefully you're watching this video and you realize I don't have my headset on. I should have it on, but like, I don't know how people, well, I do know how people do it, but the problem I've got with a headset is, so the setup I've got right now, my headphones, I've got like decent headphones on so I can sort of isolate. Those are what plays the noises from the game. If I was to put a microphone on, like a Xbox mic, so I could talk into the microphone, then I'd have trouble with this microphone because of the distance and everything like that. It would mess with that. So if I'm making a video like this, it's very hard for me to talk on that Xbox One microphone. And I really wanted to do this video because honestly, like, the problem I've run into with villages and just Rust in general is that it takes so long to keep everything up to date and everything upkept. By the time I've got all of that done, I don't have time to actually make videos, guides, or anything like that. Because before I was doing the village, what I'd do is I'd play for like a week and then I'd bail. And I feel bad about doing that now because I'm like, I can't bail. Like, everybody's there. It's like a village. I want to keep things going. So I don't bail. And when I don't bail, what happens is I end up playing Rust instead of making videos. Which I know it doesn't sound that bad, but you've got to consider this YouTube channel. I've put a lot of time into it. I don't want to see it just die. So I try my best to maintain a level balance. And I do fail a lot of the time, I think. I think right now I'm failing. That's why I'm doing a video like this, where it's not as poignant as my usual video. So we're going to hit the bridge and then we're going to go over to sewer. But yeah, like you can see when we went back to the village, there were a good number of people online. Like I think even now, like with, I don't know how many people are online now, but like when there's like 30 people on it, let's say, probably 15 of them are villagers, which makes it really hard because like when you want a PvP or anything like that, you can't find people that you don't know. So I've got to be okay with shooting people I probably shouldn't. So I do apologize if I've killed any of you. It's in search of a good clip. So yeah, looking at the clip, the other thing too with these recordings is I can only record for an hour total, which means I'm quickly running out of time to record. I don't think we're going to be able to do launch with this one. I think we're going to be able to do sewer. Maybe we'll be able to run train yard real quick, but I don't know. It's going to depend if we can find another fuse. I remembered. Actually, we should, yeah, hopefully we'll get one in the sewer. But if we can find another fuse, I might try and do that, and then I might see where we're at with launch. Based on time and everything like that. So yeah, let me know. If you're watching the video at this point, make sure you let me know, because I never know like what videos people find interesting, what videos they hate, everything like that. Like I can see metrics on all of it. But it's hard to know like if people are actually enjoying this, if you're just listening in the background, like is this just blank noise to people? Because if it is, like then, you know, do I really need to edit, or is like long form content better? Because in this case, I can make a video way, way longer and not worry about editing it or anything like this. Or is this just too boring? You want me to cut out stuff? I don't know. Let me know. I'm not saying I'll follow, like, whatever you say, there's no guarantee I'm going to follow it just because it's like, you know, I've got to do what videos I think are best or what videos are going to entertain me. But getting feedback from people is very important because sometimes you guys have some really good ideas that I wouldn't have thought of. I can implement those into my videos, and it's not something where it's like I wouldn't want to implement it. It's just I'm too stupid. I don't even realize that's the thing I should or could or want to implement, you know. Or yeah, that I should or could want to implement. You know what I'm saying. Hopefully, maybe. Ooh, another hazmat suit. I swear to God, hazmat suits, like, at this point, I find so many of them I haven't even bothered to learn the blueprint. I'm just like, yeah, hazmat suit. I'm going to find them. Why do I care? Fuses, I wish I had a blueprint for those because it seems like those things are rarer than gold at some times in the game. But hazmat suits, nah. Those are easy. For me, at least. All right. Seriously. If I don't get a single fuse, I'm not going to be happy. Like, seriously. Fuses. Are these, like, the rarest items in game? I mean, this is ridiculous. Like, tell me this isn't ridiculous. Tell me that's not a ridiculous, like... I mean... how do I get 2 hazmat suits before I get 1 fuse? It's just... it doesn't work. I mean, it obviously that's what's happening, but like... in my head, it just doesn't make sense. It's like, that is not a good ratio. I need to call up the 11 and see if they're trolling me. Maybe I said something Pedro didn't like and got the nerf, I guess. All right, so I think that's that. Like, we ran sewer and we literally did not find a single fuse. We ran road and sewer and a lot of stuff for a decent amount of time and did not find a single fuse. So I think we need to call it. I think I hear someone. I hate climbing out of those stairs. That's like the easiest place to ambush people. I wonder if my fuse is still going there. Let's check. Because we might be able to make something happen if it is. It is. Also, I just realized train yard is... oh my god. How am I this dumb? I completely spaced on the blue key card. See, this is what I mean. Like, I've never done this at a monument before. It's just talking into this microphone. The second I have to start doing 2 things at once, start to run into issues. So that fuse is definitely a lost cause at this point. But at least we're going to grab that blue key card. Because I was like, this is the problem, train yard. That's where we're going to go to get the blue key card with the fuse. And I'm like, nope. This is where we went to get the blue key card. Train yard's where we're going to get the red key card. There we go. Well, at least we got that. Again, these videos aren't supposed to be like me showing off my skills and proving to you that I'm the best YouTuber ever. Because A, I'm not really the best YouTuber. I'm not even close. I'm not even close to anyone who's like the best at Rust. A lot of you watching this are probably much better at me. And that's one of the things I actually enjoy because you give me some good tips. Like, I learn a lot from people just telling me what I'm doing wrong. How can I not see in here? Where are we? Are you kidding me? All right, there we go. Okay. It's like night outside, so it's super dark in the tunnels. All right, let's check this box over here. I mean, at some point, they've got to give me a fuse, right? Not that point, I guess. I'm tempted to just run train yard, but at the same time, I don't want to go all that way, take that risk, and then die because I can't find anything. So I think we're gonna head back again. Because at this point, we don't have any fuses to get used. Yeah, we're out of luck. And even if I could find a fuse, I don't think I could run red because I'd need 2 fuses to do that. We can do the supermarket. Let's try that one more time. This is usually where new players go, so then maybe they're going to get lucky and just be able to catch me and kill me super fast. But, because, I mean, that would be cool for them at least. That's one of the things. I'm always happier when someone outplays me with like a bow and arrow or a sword or whatever it might be, and I have a good gun. It's aggravating, but I'm happy because that I know that is something that someone's going to like truly enjoy. If it's a geared player that kills me, like someone with, no. Like, let's say it's someone with a, T3 gun or something like that, or a whole clan. They're not going to use my gear. It's just going to go into a pile. Like, that's just time that I spent that's just going to go off and no one's going to have any fun with it. At least if it's a newbie that kills me or something like that, that gun's going to stay in the ecosystem for a bit. And there's going to be people that are going to enjoy their time with it. And I can feel not good about it. I'm not going to be lying and telling you that it's a good feeling, but I can feel a little bit better knowing that it's not going to a good cause, but that people are actually having fun with the time that I spent to get to that point. Because that's one of the things about Rust. Like, you're not just taking someone's item, you're taking their time. And it's something that, like, if you love tier 3 guns and someone takes one from you, it's more time that you've got to spend to get the next one. And that can really, really suck if you're just prim locked or whatever it might be. The village is really good about helping with that, by the way. Like, it's very hard to get prim locked when you have a really good group around you and helping you to make sure that, like, you can survive. Because, even if you just die once or twice, you can always get back and run that monument. As long as your base is still there, you've got a starting position. All right, let's yeah. I think it's over. I don't think we're gonna find anyone. We're not gonna find anyone, and we're not finding the fuses. There's not enough time. So, all right. We failed. We're going to have to try and do this again. We managed to run the supermarket, which is pretty easy. And then we managed to do sewer, which, again, not the hardest thing to do, but is what it is. Also, I'm going to grab the TC here. One of the reasons I do that is because every now and then, very rarely, you'll run into someone who will literally forget that they should clear the TC. And then they're going to build, and all of a sudden you have an easy into their base. And what I mean by that is you upgrade one thing to high quality metal, build a nice little door around it, and then when it degrades, you can just walk into someone's base and take whatever you want. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. So yeah, let's head back. I mean, I'm calling it here. It's just like we've gotten decent loot. We've gotten some good stuff, some stuff that's going to help the village, help me, help everybody, but we weren't able to do that. We weren't able to do that red card or I guess that blue card and that red card monument, which is disappointing. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Let's navigate through here. After this, I'll probably play some Call of Duty. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, what am I doing? I hate this thing. It doesn't always I'm holding the trigger. It should be tensing, but it's not. I feel like the compound bow sort of got glitched. So see, very weird. Yeah, I feel like it got glitched. I'm just gonna go. It's actually really annoying that the compound bow doesn't work like it should. Because it's supposed to be like you can just... supposed to draw back. There's supposed to be that arrow there, and it's not showing. So that see, this is a problem. D11's had some very weird bugs with this wipe. One other thing I've noticed is with bows, sometimes instead of just showing one arrow, you're gonna get 2 or 3. They're shown as being equipped with the bow. There's only one. It's just a glitch with the number. But stuff like that gets very annoying because it's with a bow and arrow, you know it. Like either you have it or you don't. But with a lot of this stuff, or like when it shows a gun that's in your, not necessarily your inventory, but in storage that has like everything equipped, like all the attachment slots filled, and then none of them are filled. It gets to be really annoying because those are little bugs that they sort of like waste a little bit of time, and then sometimes they're just game-changing bugs because you grab the wrong thing or you think something has something and it doesn't. And it's weird because those are the bugs I feel like they should never be introduced into the game to begin with because they're such easy bugs to catch. So yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. But I feel like the compound bow might be suffering from a bug like that. So yeah, let's head back. Let's end this thing here. Like I said, hopefully everybody enjoyed it. I like doing videos like this, just sitting around talking. I'll try and get. I used to be a lot better at it. It's a skill that I've fallen out of practice with, but I'll try and get better at it. We can start chatting about some other stuff, you know, maybe do some like programming, some just random stuff that I like while I play the game. The thing with Rust is it is harder to do because it's a little bit more intensive. Hoping that this guy's a friendly here. What did he drop? I'm very curious. I know it's just random junk, I'm sure, but pumpkin seeds. If it was a fuse, I'd be like, I'd not be happy if we're being honest. And it's closed. All right. We got vending machines here too. This is where you can donate some of your hard-earned stuff if you want to. I need to make some donations. Actually, I'll do that after the video, I guess. I've got enough resources I can make some donations. Like I don't build big bases, so once I get like enough stuff to just keep the base alive for, you know, a couple days, I might as well donate the rest of the stone and stuff to help everybody build. That said, this wipe, I didn't suggest building the walls around the island. Those walls were not my idea. I thought that with Peacekeeper turrets, you could keep everything at bay, but I think walls made people feel safer, and that was what the vote was for. So, it's democracy. I gotta let it go. What is he doing? Oh no, he's good. Okay. I've been killed a few times by people like that they come up, they've got like a pistol or an Ioka or whatever, and I'm like, oh no, they're gonna be good, they're gonna be friendly, and then next thing you know, I'm just blasted. It's not a good look. And there we go. That's the end of the that's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. And until next time, peace.